to know, the video that you sent me, the link,
Yeah.
it says short URL.
Yes.
That's what it says on the link. Okay,
Yes.
when I click on it, I watch the video, and on my phone, when I do that, it started bringing me some like a virus. The advertisements, yeah, a lot of advertisements on my phone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
usually the official link is very big, so
Yes, so you
it is
short
very
it, yeah?
difficult to type. Yeah, so I shorted it
Oh,
using
okay,
the
yeah, that's
Java
what it
shortener.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll maybe I have to get antivirus.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
yesterday,
also, Eddie, sorry, yesterday class, um, I I tried to how do you call it, install the rep IP lookup
yeah.
on the Kali Linux. For some reason, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I don't know if you could please help me
But
with that or
okay. I'm going to show you how to install
okay.
it.
Okay, now I'll open my I'll also open my
Yeah, Kali.
Kali Linux.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen with you or it doesn't matter?
Let us see. Just follow
Yes.
my steps, and if there
Okay.
is any problem, if there
Okay.
is any error, then we will see.
All right, no worries.
So, did you open your Linux machine?
Yes, it's open now. Yep.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to remove the tools from my side, so
Okay, thank you so
I
much.
can do the fresh installation. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, and now I will open Google. And I'm going to search rev IP lookup and GitHub. So here I'm going to click on this first result.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure the username is this 1UFFYD9. So this is the
Okay.
tool. Yeah. Once the page loads, so this is the link where you have to click. So
Okay,
the
give me a
first,
second, please.
yeah.
So, Reve IP, Rev IP look up.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, I got it.
Yeah. So
I click on it. Yep, I click on that one, and I'm now in GitHub.
yeah. So it should look like this, and the tool name will be written here. So if you can see the tool name.
Oh, okay,
Once
wait
you
a minute.
scroll, yeah.
I made a mistake again. Oh, what is it?
This is the link. Okay.
Okay.
You will get a lot of tools with the same name whenever you search. So it's important that you click on the real link which you want.
Okay.
Tool. Yeah.
IP. Uh, okay, that's the one. Okay. Ooh. I got that one. Yes. Open. Oh, man. They kept on asking me to sign up.
Sign up?
Yeah. But yesterday when I did it, I got the same as yours. I got it. But now it's asking me to sign up. Why? Oh, man.
Why is that?
REV IP lookup GitHub.
And if for more if you want to refine your search, you can enter this also before GitHub, so that the developer
okay,
just
wait a
type
minute.
this.
Let me see. I think I got it now. Oh no, still okay. Now I gotta do what you did. Okay, Google. Okay, that's I, yeah, capital I, yeah.
Yeah, IP and
I.
capital L. So as you can see.
Man, look.
Just type this like this, and if you
Okay.
don't get result, then
Okay, give me. Yeah. Yep, I think it's this one.
it will look like this. 1UFFY. This is the developer who created this tool.
Yeah, I got it, but when I click it, it takes me to. It says I should sign up, join GitHub today.
So there will be some option to cross option to cut this, or not now option anywhere.
Oh,
Did
wait
you
a
get
minute, I
any
think I've
option
seen
to-
it. Oh, it's here. Sorry. I have to scroll down. Sorry about that. I got it. So I'll go to the clone and download. Yeah.
Yeah, here. So
Then I click on that arrow, the small one on the right hand side.
yeah.
Okay, I click on that.
And-
So yep.
And open your terminal, and you can navigate to any directory where you want to install. So,
Okay. Wait a minute. Eddie, on your
Yeah.
screen, there's a microphone and a camera and the speaker. So it's covering your screen. I can't see properly. On the top. Maybe left hand side. The top hand.
you
There's
can't
a mic.
able
There's the icon. Oh yeah. Okay, that's good. Oh, it went again.
so
Maybe make your terminal small, then I can see it, please.
okay.
Okay, yeah, this one is okay.
So-
Where you are now. Thank you. Yep. All right. So what do you want me to do, please?
So first, because I downloaded all my tools in a tools directory. So
Yes.
so I'm going to navigate to tools. You can download it anywhere. So by default, you will
Okay.
be inside home. So if
Okay.
I can show you with the graphical interface. So by default, you are here in home. So if you
Yes.
want to store inside this, then it's perfectly fine. There is no issue. But what I like to do, I like to install all my tools in a place. So I'm going to navigate to my tools directory, and to download it, the command is git clone
clone.
and paste the link.
Yeah, I don't
By
know why I did
typing
that.
control git clone, and by you can use the right click and you can paste it from here, or you can use control shift and V together to paste
Okay.
this.
Let me try
Yeah.
again. That's yours. Close this one. Not you. Okay. So in my terminal.
Yeah.
So inside my terminal, you want me to do ls tools ls, yeah?
It's, you can download it anywhere. If you don't have a tools directory, then it's not going to open.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's the mistake that I did. I
Yeah.
was putting in the tool.
There is no tools directory. Yeah. So you have to make like mkdir and directory name to make a tools directory. So
Oh,
like
okay.
I told
So
you. So there
like
is
what
no
we did yesterday, yeah?
I told you na, that I store all my tools inside this. So if you want to do this, then you have to make a directory for the
Oh,
tools.
okay.
Then you can do that. Otherwise,
Alright.
you can simply type this command. So it's going to work. So
Okay. So git, I can go on git, yeah?
yeah.
Git clone, then right click and paste.
Paste.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it works.
Yeah. So
It said cloning into yep.
Yeah. So after it will show like this, that done, which means it has been installed, and now we have to navigate into that. So we have to open that. So let me see. So so it is here. So I'm going to do the CD.
Okay.
And so you don't need to type you don't need to type whole thing. What you can do, so
Yeah.
I am going to type CD, and
Yep.
I am going to type RE. Okay, and
Yep.
when I click on tab, it will auto complete it. So
Oh, nice.
you don't need to
Okay.
type the whole thing. Yeah, you
Okay.
can use tab.
Alright. Let me try it. So CD, I'll go into CD, yeah?
Yeah.
CD space drive up. Oh, yep. Enter. Oh, yeah, it's inside. It worked.
Yeah. And now
Oh,
when
wow.
we do ls, then we can see these are the 3 files.
Yep. ls. Okay.
So let's look at the instruction. So I am on the GitHub page, and where it will show us the instruction. So how to install this. So this is to install the requirement file, we have to use this. So do it. So I'm going to put the command
Okay.
pip install.
Oh, pip. Yep.
Yeah, pip -r to read the file.
Yep.
And if I do re and press tab, it will
Tab.
do.
Okay.
So there is
No
two
worries.
tools with re, so you have to type req.
Okay.
The req plus tab 2.
Okay.
It will auto complete.
Requirement text. Yep. Pip install. R
And-
requirements. Okay.
Yeah. And
Let-
when you
let me
press
try.
enter,
Yep.
yeah, type.
Wow. Pip install. Pip install. R.
This is the
Requirements.
you don't need to type whole file name. As I told you, you
Okay.
can just press
RE.
tab
Yep.
req,
Oh, yeah.
because
I
there
got
is two things with re. Na? Re here you can see RE, and here you can see RE. So
Okay.
you have to type some unique thing so that it will autocomplete.
Whoa, I made a mistake. It said command not find. Pip.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Pip space install.
Yeah.
Install double T double L. Yeah. Space minus R space
Yeah.
requirements RQ tab. Yep. Nah, I made a mistake somewhere.
Not working.
Yeah, I said not found.
Just do the PIP3. Do PIP3.
PIP
Three.
number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do the just add 3 and everything will
Install.
be same.
Okay.
Everything will be same.
Install. RQ tab. Ah, damn it. No.
Not working. So it means this PIP is not in your system. So you have to install PIP.
Oh, okay.
So this command is not in your system. So you have to install
okay.
this command.
No
Okay.
worries.
So let me show you how to install this. So just give me a second. So
Okay.
just type this command sudo apt install pip.
Okay. Sudo apt install pp. Okay.
Don't do this python dash pip. Yeah, this is the command.
Okay. Oh, Python. Okay.
So
Okay, I think this should work.
so is it downloading or something?
It says install missing destination file. Install missing destination file operand after Python pip.
So it is not working, huh?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the error again? What it says?
Okay. After I entered,
Yeah.
it said install missing destination file.
Missing
Operand.
destination file.
Yeah, operand, which is operand after Python pip. And it said try install .help for more information.
So you type exactly like this.
Let me see.
You type exactly like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So do one thing.
Okay, no, Python is the middle.
Do this
Oh, okay.
apt get.
Okay, so the app get, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Sudo install app gets where's the rest? Python. Python PIP. Nah, it said install cannot start apt-get, no such file or directory.
No.
No such file or directory.
Just do this pip and press enter.
PIP?
And press enter.
Okay.
So
okay.
just do this and press enter.
Okay. Yes. Pip command not found.
Yeah. So it's not in your system, so you
Yes.
have to install it. But what the last error you got? So when you do this, so what is the error you got? What you got?
The Python pip. Okay, the Python pip I got. Where is it? Yep. Python pip. It said try. Okay, install missing destination file operand after. Let me see. Oh, no, I can't copy it. Can I?
Okay. No, you can't.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, you okay. From your terminal,
I
you can
copy.
copy.
Yeah, I copy it.
So where are you right now? So you are in root Kali, or
Yeah.
you are in some directory.
Oh no, I'm
You
not
are
in.
inside. Okay, so what? Just press CD and enter.
Okay.
Yeah.
CD and
So you will
enter.
be here. You will be outside your directory. When you do CD enter, you will be outside your directory.
CD
Okay.
enter. Wait a minute.
CD enter. So
Where am I? Where am I? CD enter.
yeah.
CD enter. Yep.
So yeah. Now try both commands. So first try this. So when you press the arrow key, so it will show you the previous command. So up key and down key, your arrow key. So when you press arrow key, it will show you the previous commands. So
L key.
just
Yep.
press yeah, and go to this command and now type. So to see if there is
Now, Eddie, I think what happened was instead of going back, what I did was I put a clear command, so I clear everything. So I restart again.
okay. Just close your terminal and open.
Okay, close it and open again. So sorry about that. I'm going to exit. Okay, I've opened it. Hello?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Eddie, yeah, I opened it. Yep.
now just do this.
Okay, where's Eddie? Yep. Okay, app install. Yep.
So you are not in any directory?
Yes.
Inside any directory? Yeah, just do this.
Okay, app install. Python. Oh yes, this one is working.
Okay, so
Do you want to continue? Yes, yeah? Why?
yeah. So tell me
Okay.
when the installation
It's finished.
is
Yeah,
okay, so
finished.
it's finished. So now just navigate to your directory. So
CD.
yeah, you have to type cd and rev, so it will give you the and press tab. It will auto complete. Navigate to this.
Okay,
And
so wait, so Eddie, you want to write CD rev IP lookup, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I don't have
I-
the tool. I don't have the tools.
Yeah. I want you
Okay.
to get inside this. So what?
Very good.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So that is CD rev IP look up. Let's make sure I do right.
So you don't need to type the whole thing. So because there is some capital, some lower. So what you can do, you can do this just RE and press tab.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. So now
Yeah.
I entered, it came rev IP lookup
Okay.
with blue color. So that means
All
it's
right.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are going to do type the command
Okay.
pip
PIP. Yep.
install
Okay. PIP install.
-r and the
Yep.
requirement.txt. Yeah.
Okay. Damn it.
What happened?
It said
Not
not
working?
found. Yeah, not found.
Not
PIP
found.
install R requirements. Oh, yeah. Let me double check yours again. PIP install requirements. Yeah, the same, but mine's not working.
Just do this and press enter. Just type pip
The
and
pip?
press enter. Yeah,
Okay.
pip and enter.
Command not found.
Okay, so it means it doesn't get installed.
Oh no.
So
Um,
what was the process happening when you told me that it got
what?
installed?
Yeah, before was alright, but it looks blue to me. So the blue means like it's executed, isn't it?
Uh, you have to like, oh my, just close the terminal, reopen it and type this.
Okay, you want to put like clear
First,
to clear?
tell me this, whether what is the option you are getting here on the highlighted
What do you
one?
mean?
Root at Kali or what?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are
I'm getting
getting
the
here?
root curly. Yeah, like that, same.
Okay. So what you are getting
App
when you type
install. Okay, I'll do this one again. App
when you type
install.
this?
Let me see, where is it? App install. App install. Yeah, see, when I did that, it's executed. I got everything right. It worked. App install Python pip. It went reading package list, done. Building dependency tree, reading state
Okay.
information, done. Everything is done.
Uh,
And when I came to in the roots at Kali, I wrote a CD rev app lookup, and I
yeah.
entered, and it came with blue. Rev IP looking up is blue. Then I put the pip install -r -requirement.txt, and when I entered, it said bash pip command not found.
And just do this. So just add -get in apt. Do this so I can.
Apt-get, okay. Apt-get install.
Yeah.
What do you want to do there? Okay, Kali it like that. Okay. Python, still Python. Yep, it went again till the end. It says, "Do you want to continue? Yes or no?"
Yeah.
Then I wrote yes.
You have to type only Y. You don't have to type
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the way. Yep. 98%. All good. That's it.
So the
So
process
it's
is
showing. Yeah. So it's showing me the rev IP lookup is in a blue color now.
okay. So if PIP install in your system, so whenever you type PIP, it
Yeah.
will show like this. So it will execute
let me
all
see.
the options. So as you can see, it will show all the options which you can use. And if it
Okay.
shows no command found, means PIP is not in your system. So just try to do PIP
Only
and
PIP.
enter
Okay.
and press enter.
Okay. All right. So let me play this one. Oh, exit. Yeah, exit. Enter. Terminal. Where's my terminal? Okay, PIP entered. Command not found. Eddie, you know what we'll do?
Yeah.
Let's continue with our class. If we're not going to need the ref IP today, if we don't need it,
Yeah.
tonight I'll go on the internet and see if I can do it myself.
Yeah. Just let me see one more time. So.
Okay, thanks, man.
The command is same because when I execute this, so it runs in my system. So as you can see,
Yeah, I got it like that.
PIP
Yep.
is already newest version, so it is showing me
So
that
the
it's
newest
the
version.
newest version.
Oh,
So just do pip3. So
Pip
just do
3?
this. Yeah.
Okay, pip 3.
Press enter.
Nah, command not found.
Okay, just do this Python and enter.
Python. Okay.
Enter. Press enter.
Yep, it goes Python 2.7.17 default October 19, 2019.
Yeah. So means you have Python, so there should not be. And just do this Python 3. Yeah.
Python 3. This is mine. Okay, give me a second. What am I doing? Python 3. Yep, Python 3.7.5 default October 27, 2019.
Means it is installed in your system. What you can do, you have to just one time you just do this and see if you are getting anything. Python pip3. So apt install
Okay.
Python pip3. Yeah.
Apt to install. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. Apt. Okay. Apt. Install. Hyphen. Or Python pip. Python pip. Or pip3, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, this one is working. Now it says, okay, reading package list done. Building dependency tree. Reading state information done. The root, the E, unable to locate package pip number 3.
Do this. This is the last.
Okay, I should do the Python 3, yeah?
Yeah, Python 3 pip.
Okay, so apt install Python 3.
Pip.
Oh yeah, Python 3.
So if it is working, downloading or something.
Okay, enter. Oh, this one is done. Okay, reading package done. Let me scroll down. Do you want to continue? Yes, capital Y. Working. this one is taking long.
Okay, so it means it is installing. So just, yeah. If the network speed is good, it will download it within minutes.
Okay.
It might be showing you that 400 kbps, 500 kbps, or how much time does it take. It might be showing you like 3
on the
minutes, 5 minutes.
15 minutes,
50 minutes?
Yeah. Now it's gone.
50 or 15?
15, 15. Yeah, it's now 9%. Yeah.
So while it's downloading, let's move to like our topic. So yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No. So yesterday we discussed about gathering information about people. So I told you about Spokio Intelligence or the website, but the main thing I forgot to tell you is OSINT framework. Okay. So what is this? So OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence, and this is a framework which collects all the publicly available information of users. So if I search OSINT, you will get like this. So open source intelligence is data collected from publicly available sources to be used in an intelligence context. So you can gather information about usernames, email IDs, and there is like it is very big framework. So when I type OSINT, it will give me the osintframework.com website. So as you can see on the so once I open this, so this is how it looks. So as you can see,
wow,
this for username you can click on this, for email address, domain name, IP address, images, social networking. So that is a lot. So once if I click on username, so it will give me 2 options. So and one more thing, so when it is showing like when the circle is filled up, okay, so now it is filled up, it means there will be some more tools. So when you click on it, there will be some more. Currently it is filled up, so once I click on this, it will give me 2 more tools. So if I click on here, if it is also filled up, it is not like empty, it is not empty like this. So it means once I click on this, it will also give me a tree. So as you can see, so it will give me the website list, and now these are not filled up, these are empty. So means once I click any of these links, the site is going to open. So if I click on name check, so as you can see, this website is open. Check domain name, ID, so not check this. So users.org to search about the users. So if I want to search any user, so if I want to search myself,
no, search me, Eddie.
So let me see this. So as you can see, the 3 profile found. So I am good. This is the image related website, and these are some 2 websites. So I remember that I make an account on this, so it found my username.
Wow.
Yeah. So if I type this, so let me copy the whole email address. So if I do okay, so usersearch.org. And here if I'm going to do both. So username and email address. So both. So I don't. So this is email address. So it's not going to show.
Or username. So okay, this is what we have to do. Okay, email address. Wow, this is amazing.
So let's see if it is able to find any. So as you can see, it scans against 115 popular websites, so containing hundreds of millions of users.
Wow, so scans against.
Okay, so it shows Flickr.
What is that? I've never done that one. What is Flickr?
Username. So it's I think it's image related website, Flickr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is like image hosting website. So I don't know how. So the username is Vic Demon, as you can see. This is the username, and
Maybe. Okay.
but email ID is different. So as you can see, the email ID is
Yeah, it's
different on
different.
each.
Yeah, true.
So
Yep,
yes,
I got
so
you.
it is showing some different. It might be so.
Wow.
Username and this is for email address. So if we close this and we move on to this,
Email address, yeah.
so we can do email search or email verification. So just
Look at that.
so that's them. Let's see. And I'm also going to do email verification. So I'm going to
Okay.
open this and mail tester. Let me open mail tester. So, yeah, and I'm going to paste your email.
Okay.
Check address. So
Yep.
it is going to show me email server found on domain. So one IP address. So the information is, as you
Wow.
can see, the information shows. So it means that it is a valid email address.
It's a valid, yeah.
Thus, the server doesn't allow email address verification, but we are getting these some information, so there might be some problem
Yeah.
with this. But the domain is found and just
Wow.
this website. Requested action not taken, so it is unknown. It is showing unknown.
Oh.
Some websites.
Actually, it's a good news though. It's good for me. So nobody can check me online.
Yeah, it's a good news for you, actually. So yeah, it is not be able to find you.
Wow.
Okay, so so these are some information which you can try to get, and you can get domain, images, social networks, so Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit. So
Yeah.
we can find my
social
Facebook ID.
Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah, this one maybe you might see me. Yeah.
So okay, so it has, the person have to enter the whole profile or something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can't find your Facebook.
Yeah.
But I can use email address. Yeah.
FB email. So it is it is direct opening the email. Let's see. Anything for which, so there is no email with that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
Let's see. It's very big, and some will find, some will not find, and
Yeah.
so you can see them if you want. You can choose.
Okay.
You can try to.
Yeah, I'll
and
just
one
play around with it.
Yeah, and one more thing, so which I forgot to tell you. So, website creator. There is a website called a website creator. So if I type a website creator, and so this is the website, website.creator.com. So if I open this, so it will show you how strong is your website. So if you are trying to gather information, so if you are trying to hack any website, so first you want to check about it, like how strong this website is. So it will give you some details. So if I do,
Okay.
let me do this. Certified. And if I press enter, so it is going to search, scan the website, and it will give me some result. So as you can see, so the
So it's
rating
okay.
out of 100 is 51, so it's okay, like not good or not bad. So the performance is 21/30, so it's good. For mobile, the score is 0/30, which means it is very bad on mobile. So
Oh, okay.
the SEO score is 20/30, so it is somewhat of a good, and the security is 10 on 10. So the security wise,
so the security wise is very good, yeah.
it's good, yeah.
Okay, that's
So, so as you can see the page size, so this is the size of each page, so 536 KB, so it is opening fast.
Wow.
The page speed is 1.1, so whenever you click on page, so the average speed is 1.1 second, so it will take this much time to open a page.
Yeah.
And page request, so it is showing that serious room for improvement, so we can improve this, so it is not good.
Oh yeah, that's what, yeah, it's
As
yellow.
we can see the browser caching, so there is a problem of browser caching, so it has some problem, it is not storing whenever you open something from your browser, the browser put some cache in your in browser there is some cache of any website, so that whenever the second time when you open it, it will load faster. So because of the cache, so whenever just notice anytime you want, so whenever you open a new website which you have not opened in your browser, first time it will take some time, but the second time when you open it will take much shorter time to open, because some cache file will be stored in your browser. So it has some problem with browser caching and render blocking, so it is giving suggestion to remove or defer JavaScript and CSS file. So it is good in that. So for mobile it is not responsive, it is very bad. SEO is good, so it is also suggesting that there is no site map. The meta description page title is good, and thus because it has SSL certificate, so on security it is 10 on 10, so which means the communication on this website is secure.
It's very secure, okay.
And it will also give you suggestions, so what should I do next, so what you can do to improve it, so it will give you the recommendation. So currently the page request is 52, so it is telling you to make it less than 30. So how you can do this? By combining files to minimize the HTTP request. So it will give you suggestion. So and this is the free version. For if you want more information, then you have to pay them. So yeah, so on paid version they will give you more information. So you can use this not only to collect information about your target, but also if you own a website and if you want to see the security and the performance of your website, so you can also use this. So it will give you all the suggestion and all the problem that your website has. So it's a good tool if you own a website or if you are searching any website. You're gathering information. So let's move on to the last topic. So just check if it is downloaded or not, so we can.
Oh yeah. Let me see, where is it? It's still going on.
Okay, so how many percentage?
36, and it said left with, let me see, 9 minutes.
Okay, so let's just leave it and we will continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, it says 7 minutes. Yep.
So yeah, the last topic of this module is DNS footprinting. So now we are going to see what is DNS. So DNS stands for Domain Name System, and what it does is DNS is like a directory. So whenever we type something, so if I type google.com, so what it's going to do, the server doesn't understand human readable. So what we do is I'm typing google.com, which is human readable, it's in English, so but the computers or machines don't understand human language. What they understand numbers, so logical address, if I type this, then it will understand this, but it will not understand what I'm typing this. So what DNS does, DNS resolves the name to the IP address. So whenever I type google.com, the request will be sent to the DNS server, and
Oh,
the
okay.
DNS will resolve its IP. So when the request will send to the, so I type google.com, my
Yes.
browser will send a request to the DNS server, and the DNS server will see, okay, so the user wants to open google.com.
Yes.
So it will find the IP address of the google.com. So okay, so user wants
Okay.
google.com, and let me check the IP address. So in its database, it is going to check the IP address of google.com. So suppose this is the IP address of google.com. So
Yeah.
it will redirect this IP. It will send this IP to the browser, and the browser will open the page,
Okay.
google.com. So this is how DNS work. So let me show you the detailed process. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe you have some confusion, so let me show you, let me tell you. So suppose you type this into your browser, and your browser will use DNS server to
Yeah.
look up to the name server. So first it will look up to the look up to name server.
Yeah.
So what is name server we are going to talk. So it will look on the name server of google.com. So
Yes.
the name server is the thing which will resolve the IP of this. So the name server will store all the IP addresses of google.com.
Oh, okay. Yep.
What names? So DNS, whenever DNS is DNS will give to the name server. So what name server do is this information to, they translate the domain name into numerical IP address,
Yep.
so which the computer is able to understand. So after the name server will send it, after the DNS will send the information to name server, what name server is going to do? The name server will retrieve the name server will retrieve the name server record. So suppose there is a record ns1.google.com
Yes.
and ns2.google.com, and these are retrieved. And now what's going to happen? Your browser will use the name server. So your browser will use these two name server. So there will
Okay.
be name server for each. So if you open your own, you will also have a name server like these.
Okay.
So browser will use name server to look up the IP address, to look up to the IP addresses. IP address for Google. IP address for Google.
For Google.
And when your browser gets the response, then your browser will get the response like this is the IP. This is the IP.
Example. Yeah.
Then your browser sends a request. Then your browser send request to this IP, to this
Yeah.
IP. So it will send the request to the IP, and then the web server hosting the website sends the requested page to the browser. So wherever the web server is hosting this file, so it will send the requested page to the browser. So the web server hosting the particular google.com will send the request to your browser. So this is the whole process of DNS.
Oh, yeah.
So
I got you.
yeah. So is it clear, or you
Yeah, it's
might
clear.
have some doubts?
No,
Yeah,
it's good.
so okay, so just keep that in mind. So whenever you open any website, what it's
Yes.
going to do, the DNS, when I type rawtext.com, I press enter,
Yeah.
you won't see the process. So it's just open within 3 or 4 seconds. But in those 3 or 4 seconds, what is going to happen? The browser will send request to the DNS. The DNS will ask name servers, like the user requested rawtext.com. What is the name servers of? So the name server will look at all the name servers. It will find ns1.rawtext.com, ns2.rawtext.com. So these are the name servers. So name servers will be retrieved, and then it will find what are the IP of these name servers. IP will be retrieved. Then browser will send that request to that IP, and that IP will send back the request to the browser. So these are the whole process which occur in the background, but we don't see. So it happens just in a 1 second or 2 seconds. So this
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's see, the connection between domain name and website IP address is made by DNS. So as you know, as we told you. So there are some certain records in DNS. So DNS has like dozens of hundreds of records, but there are 4 records which are very popular and which are very important for an attacker, for a hacker. So what are those records? So A record, AA record, MX record, and NS record. So what is A record? So A record is nothing but IP version 4 address. So there are 2 types of IP, IPv4 and IPv6. And so I'm I'll show you how both look. So previously we were using IPv4 address, but there are not many IPv4 address left. So now, and it is also not very secure. So now what we are using IPv6 address. So it is also secure, and we can assign like billions or trillions number of IP to computers. So now we are using IPv6. So it's the newer version. So IPv4 looks like this. So if I have to show you. If I can get. So as you might be able to see, this is how the default address looks. Okay. Are you able to see? Let me minimize this so you will be able to see. So this is how IPv4 looks, and this is how IPv6 looks. Okay, so it's very easy difficult to like remember or to hack.
So it's combination of numbers and alphabet.
Yeah. But IPv4 is only numbers. Yeah. So and we were here. So A record means it is just an IPv4 address of the domain. So when you type google.com, so you might get the IP address like this. So this is the IPv4 of google.com. And AA records, this is IPv6 address of the domain. So when we type this, we will get something like ab dot something like this. So this is how IPv6 looks, and MX stands for mail server. So if you want to send email to your users or your clients, so for that we use MX record, so mail server. And name server, NS stands for name server. So name server is the one which will point the IP address to the domain. So
Okay.
when the request goes to the DNS server, the DNS
Yes.
will send it to NS name server, and
Yes.
name server has all the records of IP address. So it will point the domain, point the
Okay.
IP to the domain. So
All
the
right.
names, how name server looks. So let me tell you. So suppose
Okay.
this is the website craw.in, or let me make it easy. So like facebook.com. So how name
Yes.
server will look? Name server will look like this: ns1.facebook.com and
Oh, okay.
ns2. So it will look like this. So if it is Google, then it will look like ns1.google.com. So this is how
Okay.
it looks. So these addresses will point the IP address to the domain.
Yeah.
So these
Okay.
yeah. So this is so as a attacker, as a hacker, these 4 records are quite important. And when we are trying to gather information about a website,
Yes.
we try to find these 4 records. So the
Okay.
attack on these 4 is not very easy. So there is, it's the attack which we do on DNS is quite like not very. It's not a cakewalk, but if you get the chance, if there is vulnerability, then it's possible to hijack the DNS server. So
Okay.
by hijacking, so there are 2 most popular attacks. So with DNS, so if there is any vulnerability in any of these, so DNS server, so what we can do DNS hijacking attack, and we can do a rogue DNS server attack. So what DNS hijacking attack means? Currently, when I open Google, I got Google, but if I able to get the control panel, if I able to get so whenever we host a website, we got a control panel where we can add files in our website. We
Yes.
can remove anything, or if we want to upload anything. So there is a control panel. So if you want to open a website, so you will be given a control panel.
Yes.
So how it looks, so let me, if I have the image, just I will show you. I think I deleted it, so let me show you something like. So if I sign up, I will get a control panel. So it's like very lengthy process. Okay, if I search here, control panel, C panel, and if I look on the image, so this is how a C panel looks. So if the image got clear. So here you will get file manager where you can upload all the files, programming files on the
Yeah.
server, so that people can access your website. So here you can add images, and you will, if you want
Oh.
any subdomain, you can
Yeah.
get subdomain. I don't know
Okay.
if you are able to see. Yeah. So for databases we use, we have to click on here. We have to make a ID. So
Okay.
so whenever a user log in or sign up, we can store its data.
Yeah.
So Yeah, and for email we use this. And here is the DNS Zone Editor. So if we got access to this, if we got
Yes.
access to this cPanel, then we can able to manipulate this DNS Zone Editor. And what it contains, the DNS Zone Editor will contain all the records. And
Wow.
if we modify this record, so currently the google.com has this IPv4 address. So
Yes.
what I can do now, if I open google.com, Google will open because it has the same IP address pointing to google.com. But if I get the access and if I change the IP address to something like this,
Yeah.
some different website, so some different website
Mm-hmm.
or malicious website. So whenever anybody in the whole world, so whenever anybody types google.com,
Yes.
that person will be redirected to this malicious website, which where the attacker wants any website. He can give any website IP address. So
Oh,
through
okay.
that, yeah. So like whenever people, like there are like around 1 billion query on Google every day.
Yeah.
So like hundreds of millions of people open Google every day. So if I able to compromise the cPanel, if I able to get to this DNS zone editor and if I change the IP address of Google,
Yeah.
then I can redirect 100 million users on a website of my choice.
Eddie,
So
so is
where,
that mean that Eddie? Is this means
yeah,
that if you are able to do that, that's you've changed the receiver's IP address, yeah? So Google
yeah,
is
yeah,
the receiver, yeah? So if you
yeah, yeah,
change the receiver's IP address to, or maybe you manipulate it to your
yeah,
address,
yeah,
yeah? So is that means
yeah,
that Google is not going to receive anything from that onwards, yeah? Everything will be coming to you.
yeah. Every request will be coming to my
Wow.
website. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
in this way we can do anything. So whenever user open our website, we can
Yeah.
inject some malware or we can do some any malicious activity to compromise the system. So
Oh, okay,
imagine
wow.
if we are, and how much disrespect Google has to bear because it's like very big attack. So
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
if 100 million people open Google every day, then 100 million people will be directed to my website. And if
yeah.
only 10% of the people are able to click any link or able to, like if I able to
Yeah.
hack, then 10 million people will got hacked. And how big attack can a person do? So it's very dangerous attack. So this is
Very, very dangerous.
DNS hijacking attack. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
DNS.
So in rogue server attack, what the attacker do? Attacker replicate. What attackers do going to do? Attacker will replicate uh, a server. So so the DNS server. So what the DNS server of any host? What attacker is going to do? Attacker will imitate the server. So whenever any user will visit any website, so if I open google.com, so
Yeah.
instead of going request to this DNS server, what the
Yes.
request will go to my DNS server. So I will intercept the request and I will say that this is my
Wow.
this my computer is a DNS. So the request will come to
Okay.
my DNS server, which is not real. It's a fake DNS server, but the request will come to my server, and I
Okay. So
will
that's
able
the
to
access
manipulate.
point.
Yeah,
So
so
you
I
send
will
it.
able to manipulate the request. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Wow.
yeah. So
Whew.
in just in rogue DNS server, we just imitate that we are the original server, but we are not the original server. So, but the request
Eddie,
will come
wouldn't
to
that be
us.
difficult to do, or it's easy?
It's not very easy, as I told you,
Okay.
but
Okay.
if you
Patient.
get the vulnerability, yeah, then you can
Okay.
you will be able to do that. So
Okay.
yeah, so this DNS rogue server attack mostly can be done in a local network. So if like there are 100 computers or like 1,000 PCs in a multinational company and they are
Yeah.
using any DNS server for communication purposes, then what I can do, I can just manipulate I can imitate, I can create a fake
Mm-hmm.
DNS server, and all the 1,000 computers request will go through
We're
my
going
DNS
to.
server, go through my DNS server, so I can like do a lot of malicious things.
Wow.
I can request, modify their request, and I can do like all sorts of things. So how to find any DNS record? So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a command ns lookup enter. Okay, so if you want, you can do it with me. So ns lookup type equals to ns name server and the website name. So what is
Local file.
so, just wait a second, let me check. Okay, set type. So yeah, let me do this. Ns lookup set type equals to ns. So I am using this tool called ns lookup. So why I'm using this? Because you can use this tool in Windows as well as Linux. In both the operating system you can use. Yeah. So I want information related to name server. So I'm set the type ns.
Yep.
Press enter. Now I have to give the IP address. Sorry, the domain name.
Yeah.
So it will give me the name server information, as you can see.
Oh wow.
ns1.blue.com. So
Yep.
ns2. So
Oh Eddie,
yeah.
why does it always have to come like with two name servers, like the ns1.blue host and it come with ns2.blue? Why is that? Why not only one?
Whenever you create a domain, it will always assign you two name servers. So
Okay.
that's what it is. So it will assign you two domain. So both will have the same IP addresses, and both will redirect you to the domain. The main whatever the A record, whatever the IPv4 address. So this is the address. So it will point to that. No, this is the IP address of this name server, and this is the IP address of this name server. So both will point to that. Both will point to, if I do the set type equals to A record. So, and if I do certified hacker.
Yeah.
So this is the IPv4 address. So they will point to this IP address.
Oh yeah.
So it's their duty. So if you are doing this with me, why we use two name servers? If suppose you have only one name server and you want to you are doing some maintenance or some updation in your server, so your system where the file is being hosted is going to be rebooted multiple times, or it's going to be shut down for maintenance purposes. Then if you are using only one name server, then the website will be unreachable to the user. So if there are two name servers, then you can redirect all the traffic to this name server, and you will maintain your server through this. So this will be turned off, and this is why we use it.
Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So if I do set type equals to mx to see the mx record,
mx,
it will show me the mail server. So is there any problem? Let me check. Spelling mistake, oh god. So it will show me the mail server information. Yeah, mail exchange.
Yeah.
So the command is, if I want IPv6 address, that type equals to a, and I type the I think it doesn't have IPv4, so it will not give me IP. Yeah, it doesn't have IPv6, so we have to type different website.
Okay.
So if I do a and I, instead of certified hacker, if I do craw.in, then it will give me the IPv6 address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is a command, and let me type it. I will give the txt file to you so you can
Okay, thank you so much.
practice. Yeah, and there is also some commands. Last time I checked, they were not working, so let me just try to see. Yeah. But these commands will only work in Linux, so these commands won't work in a Windows operating system.
Command, yeah.
So as I type this dig, it is a very popular Linux command. So
Wow.
here I type dig and the website name.
Okay. DIG.
dig and the website name.
Okay.
So here it will give me all the this is the A record, as you can see, and
Wow.
this is the NS record.
Oh, yes, yes.
This is the A record, and this is the double A record.
Wow, this one is really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it will show you
Wow.
all the information, and if you
Okay.
want to assign a type, then yeah. So you can also specify a type. So as you can see, I only want MX. I want
Yes.
MX record, so it is giving me
Oh, MS.
MX record. So
Yes.
but and one good thing about this tool is, so you whenever I'm typing something, so here I did the basic command, so let me show you. So here I do, this is the basic command, dig craw.in.
Yes.
Yeah, so dig and web. So this command will give you all the information. So A, NS, and AA, it will give you all the information.
Before S. Yes.
But if you want specific, I only want MX record, so I assign the -t. So -t is for type, what type of record you want.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I do dig -t and MX. So I only want MX record of this website.
Yeah.
And here you can see it gives me MX record, but with MX it also gives me NS record and A record and AA. It
Yes.
gives me everything. So
Yeah.
what I can do, I don't want all the information. I want only MX. So it might be, for a beginner it might be very confusing, so he will get all the records. So what I can do, I can use this command dig -t, and if I want MX record of this,
Yeah.
I will type this, and I only want MX. I don't want AA record, I don't want A record, I don't
Yeah.
want NS record. So I will do press short. So with this command it will only give me, so as you can see, only MX record,
MX.
no other information.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So and if I do dig -t NS, press enter, so it will only give me NS record,
Yes.
as you can see. And similar with that, if I do A record, it will give me A, and if I do AA, it will give me IPv6. So this is very convenient, so you are only getting specific information
Okay.
and not all the
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, these are the commands. I will give you this command and these commands
Okay.
which you can.
No worries. Thank you so much.
So it's very popular command. So in this way we can get all the record, and what we need to do, we need to find any access to the control panel. Once we got the access to this control panel, then it's like the site will be, then you can do like all the things like there. If you get the access to C panel, then you can do like various attacks,
A lot of things.
not just DNS but various. Yeah. So
Wow.
if there is some vulnerability where you can manage to change the IPv4 address, then yeah, it will be bad for the company.
Wow.
So that was the whole second module.
Okay.
So that
Thank
was
you
the
so much.
And yeah, to finish up, let's discuss the countermeasures. So what are the countermeasures can you take? So if you are in an organization, what we can do? So restrict the we can restrict the employees to access social networking sites from organizations network. So if I want to social engineer anybody, if I want to manipulate or to
Yes.
try to bribe him, try to make to do friendship with him, so in order to get the information, so for that company should restrict their employees, so you cannot use social networking sites, and
Yes.
because you don't know who is the person from the other side, so he might send you some suspicious anything which you open, and you will open in your PC, but you are connected in the organization network, so our organization will suffer. So
Yeah.
you can use this. So
Eddie,
the
with that
second
one,
yeah.
Eddie, with that one, what about if employees are using company's Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Don't you think that might affect, you know, and a hacker can hack their phone and
Definitely.
have access? Yeah.
Definitely he can do.
Okay.
If you are using, so what security professional recommends, whenever you are using public Wi-Fi, so whenever you are in public places, you are in McDonald's, Starbucks, or anywhere,
Yes. Yeah.
if you are using any public Wi-Fi, so in library or anywhere, so don't use
The
your
public.
social media sites or your personal things. Don't open them, because these Wi-Fi addresses are open, so anybody can connect with it.
Yes.
These are not secure, so once any attacker connects with it, what he can do, he can monitor all the traffic. So if there are 10
Wow.
person connected to the Wi-Fi, he can monitor all of them, like what they are doing in the network.
Oh, really?
If they are opening any website, if they are doing anything,
So they can see it.
yeah, they can.
Wow.
So in the and we are going to discuss how to sniff network traffic. How to sniff network traffic, and there is also a module called hacking wireless network. So here we are also going to discuss
Okay.
Wi-Fi hacking things. So yeah, we are
Okay.
going to learn. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm looking
and
forward.
configure web server to avoid information leakage. So you need to configure your web server very strictly. You need to
Okay.
deploy some security policies, and don't reveal critical information in press releases whenever
Yes.
you are doing annual reports or you're talking with the media person.
Okay.
Don't disclose information.
Okay.
So use footprinting techniques to discover and remove any sensitive. So you can use, because you can hire an ethical hacker, or you can use, if you are the owner of your company, you can use yourself these techniques. So whatever technique we use,
Yeah.
so all these Google hacking or DNS footprinting, we can
Okay.
use these techniques to find vulnerability in our server, find vulnerability in our websites. So
Yes.
whenever we got any information, we can fix this. So encrypt and password protect sensitive information. So whenever you got any sensitive information, just encrypt that with any encryption algorithm, any secure
Okay.
encryption algorithm, so that even if a person gets to see the information, he cannot be able to decrypt it, and he
Read it,
cannot be able to read what is inside the message.
Okay.
Don't enable protocols that are not required, as I show you. So like you can, with just an extension, you can see how many ports are open. So
Yes.
if you don't need any port number, so don't enable it. So if we don't need port 21, 25, 161, we don't need to enable it, because these
Yeah.
are very dangerous ports. So usually when you in secure websites, you will see 80 and 443, which must be open if you want to open a website, if you want to access their website. So
Yeah.
they will open these two ports. But apart from these two ports, if they open any other ports, then it might be some problem. Yeah. So they need to
Okay.
disable it. And hide the IP address and related information by implementing VPN. So have you ever used VPN? So
Yes, I do have one,
yeah.
but
So
yeah,
so yeah.
I'm still not good at it.
So we what no, but I am just asking because what VPN does. VPN will just encrypt your IP address, and the communication will be encrypted. So
Oh,
it will
okay.
change your IP address, and
Location.
whatever the communication you are doing with any website or anything, it will
Oh,
encrypt
okay.
it. So nobody is able to see. So whenever we are using any like if you have a router in your home,
Yes.
and if or Wi-Fi connection in your home, and you are using it, so what the ISP can do, the company which
Yes.
internet service you are using, which is your internet service provider,
Yeah.
if you are not using VPN, if you are then he can see what website you are visiting, what page
Wow.
you are opening, so he can see everything. But when you connect your IP address with VPN,
Yes.
first it will just change your IP, and then it will make a tunnel. It will create a secure tunnel, so that whatever and the packets will be flown with in by that. Let me show you the
Like
in
encrypts.
very yeah. So this is your computer,
Yes.
and this is some website. So without VPN, when you try to connect with this, okay, some website, and this is the PC. So
Yes.
without VPN, when you try to open this website, all the packet that you are sending,
Yes.
it will be sent in plain text. So your ISP can see what website you are visiting, what page you are opening, so he can see everything. But once
Wow.
you use VPN, what going to happen? VPN will make a layer. So he will make a tunnel, and all the connection will be encrypted. So as you can
Wow.
see, it makes this is the
Difficult.
packet these are the packet which is being sent to the website,
Yes. Yeah.
and these VPN will make a layer like these, or it will make a tunnel, and your packet will flown through that tunnel, so that nobody is
Wow.
going to see.
Okay.
So this is the advantage. And let me tell you fun fact, and in USA almost 95% people uses VPN. So yeah, they are
They
very
do use it or they don't? They do?
sometimes when I'm opening some sensitive information, then not every time, but sometimes I do. I
No,
do.
I mean, people in US, do they use a VPN or they don't use VPN?
They do use
Oh, they do use.
90%
Oh,
people
okay.
use, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
More than 90% will use. So they are very privacy related person, because
Oh, okay.
attacks are happening there, so
Yeah,
they are using.
90%.
Yeah. So these are some countermeasures which a company or organization or even a single person can take to secure themselves. So
Okay.
this was the whole module, footprinting module. And before proceeding to the third module, if you can open and see the download, so whether the download has finished or not.
Let me see. What did it say? Let me see. What does it say? Okay. The last. This is what it says on the last one. It says unable to fetch some archives.
Okay.
Maybe run apt -get update or try
Update.
wait. Yeah.
Okay, so the process has finished.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I assume that you might need to update your system. So before
Okay.
downloading anything, so before doing pip, before running these commands, Python pip or Python 3 pip, just
Yes.
update your system first
Okay.
because it might be doing some problem. So
Oh, okay. No
this is
worries.
the command to update,
Okay, give me a sec.
and it might take some time to update. So just put that on update and
Okay, up. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me try apps. Okay, some updates. Eddie, how often do you think I should be updating my Kali?
so the security professionals told you that whenever you are
Going to
downloading any
use?
tool, so whenever
Okay.
you are downloading any tool, any new tool,
Yes.
then
Okay.
before downloading that tool, you should one time you should run this command apt
Okay.
get update.
No
So
worries.
before downloading any tool, so it will be good.
Okay.
Otherwise, the tool might while downloading the tool might give you some error, like you got
Okay.
an error.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's updated now. Do you want me to redo the apt install Python 3 pip or
Yeah. If update is finished, then do
yeah,
that.
it's finished? Yep, no worries. Let's see if I can copy that. Apt install. Okay. Why? Yes, enter. Oh, it looks like this time it might be quicker.
Yeah.
Or it's quicker now. Yeah.
I think it will resume from the where it is
Or where
stopped.
it was before. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, true. It slows down now.
Okay. So it slows down now.
Yeah,
All right, not a
that's
problem.
okay. Yeah.
We have finished the module 2, and if you have
Okay.
any doubt to whatever we have discussed, then you can
Yeah.
ask me, or we can proceed to the module 3rd.
Okay. Also, we're doing the tape today, or you want us to do tomorrow?
We can do this today. So 20 minutes
Okay.
left. So
Okay.
we can do this for 20 minutes.
Okay. No worries. Okay. Then
If you
we're gonna
have
use
some
it.
doubts, we can do this. We can clear your doubts, or we
No,
can
that's
move ahead.
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit. Yeah, but I need to have a time and go through the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I have something, I'll write it down and I'll ask you later, next time.
Okay.
But yeah, so we can proceed to the 3. Yeah, if you don't
Module
mind.
3. Yeah. Okay. So module 3 is scanning.
Scanning. Yep.
Here we are going to see network scanning concepts and scanning tools,
Okay.
scanning techniques, scanning beyond IDS and firewall, banner grabbing, and draw network diagrams.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So let's start with the network scanning concept. So
Okay.
why we do scanning first? So first, let's see the overview of network scanning. So what is scanning? So in network scanning, what we are going to do, we are going to send TCP IP packets to the destination host, and
Yes.
whenever we got the reply, we will analyze those response to find in different type of information. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So what are our objective in scanning? So we do scanning to discover live hosts.
Hello.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are the objective of our network scanning? So in this network scanning, our objective is to discover live hosts. So if there are 100 PC in
Yes.
a network, and there are only 30 PC are active and 70 are shut down, then
Yeah.
if we try to scan those 70 shutdown PC, and if we try to do all the procedure, then it will waste our time, because those systems are shut down and they will not
Sure.
respond. So
Yeah.
first, what we are trying to do, we are trying to find all the live hosts. So how many hosts are active, how many systems are on.
Yes.
So first we will discover live host, and after discovering live host, we are going to find the IP address of those live hosts. So IP address of every computer, every PC.
Yeah.
And then we are trying to find the open ports of those live hosts. So how many ports are open, and let me tell you about ports.
Okay.
So there are 65,535 ports. So user port, system port. So there is a website called Ayana. So yeah, we are going to open it. And so this is the website, and as you can see, from those 65,000 ports,
Yeah.
there are from 0 to 1023. These are the system ports. Okay.
Okay.
Let me make it big. So these are the system ports from 0 to
Wait a minute,
1023.
Eddie. I can't see it though, Ed. Sorry.
Okay, so
I think is it frozen or something? Oh yeah, it's
okay,
open now.
here you can see.
Yeah.
I have written down. So
Okay.
as per the IANA, so IANA stands for Internet Assigned Number Authority.
Okay.
So as per this, there are 65,535 port numbers. So
Yes.
65,535 from 0
Yeah.
ports, and from 0 to 1023 we got system ports.
Okay.
Okay, and from 1024 to 151 we got the user ports, and from 49,152 to 65,535 we have dynamic or private ports. So
Okay.
these are also called reserved ports or well-known ports. Are you listening? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these system ports are also called well-known ports. So these
Okay.
are reserved ports. So these are
Reserve. Yeah.
reserved ports. So we cannot use these ports.
Oh,
And
okay.
out of all these ports from 1024 to 65,535, we can
Yes.
use these ports, any of these ports.
Okay. Eddie, do you know the reason why it's reserved? Is it reserved for who?
For special services. So I'm going to
Okay.
tell you. So like
Okay.
if we are sending emails, so for sending emails
Yes.
we use SMTP protocol, and that protocol
SMTP,
uses
Yeah.
25 port number. And for
Oh.
HTTP, so if you want to open a website, so we use port 80. HTTPS uses port 443. So as I can show you, so as
Oh yeah.
here you can see the port 80 and 443 is open.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, so these are used. If you want anybody to access your website, then you have to open these ports, because these ports will access the HTTP and HTTPS. So So there are some services which are, so these are some reserved ports, so you cannot
Okay.
manipulate these. So
Yes.
this is fixed 80, this is fixed 443, this is fixed, so we cannot change these. So
Okay.
there are some 1023 ports which are
Okay.
reserved,
Okay.
so you cannot change those for your personal usage.
Okay.
Yeah. So after finding open ports, so our next target is to discover operating system and system architecture. So what is the operating system the host, the particular PC is using,
Okay.
and then we try to discover services running on host. So every port number have some services, like I show you that 25 is used by SMTP and
Yes.
80 is used by, so all these services have some versions. They will be using some versions, so we are trying to identify the version of those services. So
Yes.
if there is 10 ports open, then what are the services running on those 10 ports, and what are the versions of those services. So
Oh, okay.
we find vulnerability through the service, so which kind of service is running, and
Yes.
what version that service is using. So version 1, version 2, version 2.5. So
Yeah.
every software, every service has a version.
Yes.
Yeah. So we try to identify the service and versions, and then we discover vulnerabilities in live host. So when we find out the services and versions, then we try to find the vulnerabilities. So
Okay.
these are our four objective of scanning, of network
Okay.
scanning. So this is why we do network scanning.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay. And there are okay, let me show you. Have you? So I'm assuming that you don't have any knowledge of like networking or something.
No, 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 no.
So yeah.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I'm asking a lot of questions.
Okay, so there are two protocols, two model. So the
Yeah.
network model. So
Okay.
previously, let me tell you from the history. So
Okay.
previously, when the internet was invented, and then every country was using internet with their own. So currently, for internet, there is. Let me open the notepad. So there is some global rules, because
Okay.
through which we connect with each other. So
Yes.
if you are sitting in Indonesia and I'm sitting in India, and we are able to communicate with each other. So I'm using HP laptop, and I'm
Yeah.
using Windows 10 operating system, and you are using some different laptops, and
Yeah.
you are using different internet or different connection. Then how we are able to communicate with each other? So right now every person can communicate with anyone in out of 7 billion people, we can, or 200 countries, we can communicate with any person or any
Yes.
country.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been, so we are able to do this because we have some global rules
Rules.
and procedures. So through these rules, so every country, if they want to implement some internet features, if they want internet availability in their country, then they have
Yes.
to follow these rules and procedures. So if there is HP laptop or Dell laptop, or if there is any internet service provider, so they have to follow those rules. So
Okay.
if they don't follow the rules, they are not be able to communicate with each other. So previously, what was the case was, so in the 60s or in the 70s, every
Yeah.
country was using their own protocols, their own rules, their own networking rules, their own protocols. So the drawback of that is, so if USA has their own protocol, Russia has their own protocol, China has their own protocol, then the drawback of that is, if a person is sitting in USA and the other person is in China, and if both the person wants to communicate with each other, then the
Yeah.
communication cannot be happen, because
Yes.
there is some different procedure, some different rules in this country, and
Yeah.
Russia have different rules. So they are not be able to communicate with each other because they both have different rules and different procedures. And
Yeah.
even not about country, even if you have previously, if you have different systems, so if I have HP and you have some, like if you have MacBook, then we
Yeah.
are not be able to communicate with each other. We both
Oh,
have
okay.
different computers. So
Wow.
this was a this was a problem. So when to resolve this problem, to
Yeah.
resolve this, to overcome this drawback, there is an organization called ISO.
Yes.
So International Standard
Standard
Organization.
organization. Yeah.
Yeah, so this organization develops a model called OSI model.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the model. So the OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. So this
Oh.
OSI stands for this, and this is the model is being used. So ISO created this model, and ISO declared that every country has to use these protocols. So if there is any
Okay.
computer manufacturing company, they have to use these protocols. If any internet service provider, they have to use these protocols, so that we can able to communicate each other throughout the world.
Yeah.
And we don't use, although we use OSI model for reference purposes,
Yes.
but for implementation, what we use TCP/IP model. So TCP/IP model. So TCP stands for transmission control protocol, and IP stands for internet protocol. So this is for reference, and this is for implementation. So actually it was
Oh.
taking a lot of, so actually it was taking a lot of time to, yeah, it was taking a lot of time to uh, creating this. So in the meantime, some
Yes.
like in I believe some researchers in USA built this TCP/IP. So they don't have the documentation of this, so they just somehow quickly they build this, like they're like we want to connect with world, and they just quickly build this. But this organization, this
Took it over.
they are building it like some, they are doing all the paperwork, they are
Yes.
maintaining like documents so that other people can read and they can understand, but they are
Yes.
totally practical based guys. So they are like, we want communication, then we are going to make this, and we are,
Okay.
and we don't care about if anybody is able to understand this or not able to understand it. We want to implement this feature, we want everybody to connect with each other throughout the world.
Yeah.
So they just implement this. They don't make any model, any report or any document,
Oh,
but
okay.
they make all the reports, and they document everything.
Yes.
So it takes some time to build. So we use these, so because they take so many time and they build this, so we use this for reference because it is standard. So
Okay.
we use, but for implementation
Is this
yeah, for implementation we use this.
okay?
So yeah, that, and let me show you the model. So in OSI layer, in OSI model there are 7 layers,
Okay.
and
Yep.
because, and sometime, and in if we talk about TCP/IP, then some places you will find, in some books or some websites you will find 4 layers, and on some you will find 5 layers. There is
Okay.
some, yeah. So this doubt is because they don't, like the person who are making this, the guys who are making this, they don't do any paperwork, so they just
Yes.
implement the feature. So some people claim that there are 5 layers, some people claim that there are 4 layers. So in some books you will find 4, in some you will find 5, but both are true. Both can be
Right.
accepted.
Okay.
So, and there is no difference between these. So the 7, if when I show you, you will get to know. So there is not much difference in these.
Okay.
So let us see the layers. So this is the OSI layer. So as you can see, there are 7 layers. So what these layers are and what they do. So
Okay.
we are going to see, and let me, yeah. So the first layer is, so usually the layer starts from here, from the bottom,
Yes.
but there is a term. So like it depends. For some people consider this as a first layer, some people consider this as a first layer. So why this happens is because okay, so let me explain.
Wow.
So why this happens is because it depends whether the person is sending the data or he is receiving the data. So
Yeah.
if you are sending the data, then application layer is the first layer
Yeah.
for you, because you will be sitting in front of a computer and you are sending some emails, you are opening a website. So
Yes.
so this is your first layer. So from here data will left, and if you are receiving the data, then physical layer will be the first layer for
First.
you. So it depends whether you are sending data or whether you are receiving data. So
Okay.
if you are sending, this is first. If you are receiving, this is first. So
Okay.
but usually people consider this. So how the data travels in
Yeah.
these OSI layers. So let me
Eddie, with this one, can they ask you during the CEH test exams, the ethical exams? Will they ask you?
in CEH exams, you might
Oh,
get some questions like
Like that.
1 or 2, but usually you won't get any.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is, so whatever I'm telling you, so this
Yes.
is the this is whole networking concept.
Oh,
So
networking. Okay.
this is different from cyber security or hacking. So,
Okay.
but in order to know about like if you want really to be a good hacker, so
Yes.
when in the first module introduction, we discuss the skills of an ethical hacker. So if you want to be an ethical hacker, what skills you need?
Oh,
So
yes.
in one of those skills, I mentioned networking.
Networking. Yeah.
Skills of, because you have to have networking skills if you want to be a great hacker. So
Okay.
this might be a little confusing for you because
Yeah.
as you said, you don't have any networking knowledge. So what I
Background.
can suggest you is you can try to learn some. You
Okay.
can, for some like half an hour and 1 hour, you can open YouTube or any website and you can try
Okay.
to learn what is
Okay.
OSI model, what is TCP/IP,
Okay.
and yeah, what is TCP, what is UDP, and these are some basic networking concepts which you
Okay.
need in order to understand the whole like things or the communication. So because with the help of networking we can able to communicate with each other. Without networking you cannot be able
Okay.
to like communicate. So if I can
Yes.
show you, you might know that there are cable wires inside oceans. So because of that cable wire we are able to connect with each other.
Yes.
So all these giant companies have spread wires inside oceans. So as you can see, with the help of these wires we can able to communicate with each other, so across countries. So
What? Really?
yeah, these are the
I didn't
cable
know
wires
that.
inside
I
the
can't see
ocean.
it though. I can't see it. I can't see
You
the
are having
screen.
problem?
Yeah. I'll Google it later.
Can you see now?
Yes, I can see. Wow.
So as you can see, these are the wires. So sometimes
Damn.
some like some mischievous guys, so as you can see, sometimes what they do is they just go inside the ocean and they cut those wires.
Really?
So the person has to they have to provide security, and they have to take care about these wires,
Yes,
because
yes.
if there is only 1 minute of interruption of internet, then it will be like billions of dollars of loss
That's
of
true.
any company. So
Yeah.
they have to, as you can see, this guy might maintaining the wire. So some they are not every time, but some of the time there are some like dirty mind people. They just
Do that.
try to they do that. They try to cut the wire, and they try to do something. So without these
Uh,
wires, we cannot be able to connect with each other. So
yeah,
these are
yeah.
some
Oh wow, I didn't know that. This is my first time to know this.
yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it for today, and
Okay, no
we
worries.
are going to discuss the OSI model and TCP/IP model and all the
Okay.
networking concept more.
Yes.
So
No worries.
if you and also if you do some bit of research up from your side, like what is
Okay.
TCP, so it will be better for you to understand from
No worries.
when we when I teach you tomorrow. So
Okay. No
what I
worries.
can do,
Thank you so much.
I can share the PDF of the scanning. So
Okay.
if you want this, so
Yeah, I
you
want it,
can
please.
refer this, and if so the scanning concept. So here you will get
Okay.
the TCP communication, and
Okay. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Okay, so if the process is completed in your Kali Unix, so we can just quickly do some, if the process is finished, otherwise,
Give me a second. I don't think
yeah.
it's finished. Let me see. Enter. Nah, it's 74%. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we will do it tomorrow.
Alright. Thank you so
Let me
much.
upload the file for you.
Okay.
And yeah, scanning network. If you want this txt file, I can also give you if you want this.
Okay, yes, please, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We discussed this. I send you these two, the introduction and footprinting, and we are going to discuss the scanning tomorrow. So tomorrow
Yeah.
I will give you this. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. So tomorrow what time? Same time?
Same time, 12 o'clock.
Okay, no worries. Thank
Just
you.
open and check if this link is working.
Okay, give me a sec. Yes, it's working.
Okay.
Hope to
So
see-
see you.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Alright, thank you. Alright.
All right. Bye.
Alright, shukriya. Bye. Also check. The internet is very slow. Man, this mosquito was biting me, man.
News from Daddy?
No.